Illinois Wesleyan student took it upon herself to ensure non-native students and families in District 87 get the most out of their education. Good Wednesday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez.
And I'm Lizzie Siles. Thank you for joining us. She says it stems from her own experience adapting to the American school system. Madison Porter explains Bloomington's new multilingual accessibility club in tonight's top story.
Tyler and Lizzie, the club, started by a junior at Wesleyan, includes 29 students who can help interpret 23 different languages from French, Russian, Swahili, and more.
More than 800 students enrolled in District 87 schools come from a multilingual household, which can present itself with some challenges while the students and their families adapt to the American school system. Selena Elgosaini hopes to help.
There's some people who may be able to speak English fluently and may still not be able to fully express themselves because it is a different culture or because it is a different upbringing that they went through.
Elgosaini founded the Multilingual Accessibility Club after having trouble understanding American context in her law classes. She recalls similar struggles after moving from the United Arab Emirates to the United States in the 8th grade. When requested, District 87 reaches out to the club and asks a college student to help interpret conversations in different languages, usually in situations like parent-teacher conferences.
With something as important as education, and especially as your child's education, it's just nice to know that someone is able to ensure that your words are being fully communicated.
Outside of Elgosaini's club, District 87 offers an in-house interpreter for Spanish, which includes 70% of the multilingual families in the district. The remaining 30% speak a different language, but there hasn't been a time where Wesleyan volunteers could not help.
When you meet someone and see someone at the school who's there to greet you and they speak the same language as you, that just feels really good. And so being able to do this partnership helps us to help people feel welcome.
Elgosaini hopes to continue expanding the Multilingual Accessibility Club during the rest of her time at Wesleyan, starting with interpreting student registration. She hopes to take the program beyond District 87 and into other parts of the Twin Cities.